intro for me.
Yes.
Oh,
Hello, hello, hello. Are we on?
we're definitely on. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Call of Action Podcast. It's I, Samantha Collier, founder of Team Teal 365.
And it is I, Ticey Gotsey, the owner of Control Plus C, the mother of Taylor and Edward King, and we are in the building with Call of Action today, Saturday, what's today,
The
21st?
22nd.
22nd.
Yes, it's a big day. This is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Those of you who do not know out there in the world, and the color that represents Sexual Assault Awareness Month is teal, of course. That's why the name of my organization and our dope vibe is Team Teal 365 and how we bring the energy for people to thrive, not just survivors of sexual assault, but survivors of all life violence, because we all know that there can be certain situations, Ticey, that put you in life violence. So we are launching this podcast and it's called Call of Action, right, Ticey?
That's right.
And why do you think we call it Call of Action?
We are definitely calling it call of action because we need our community to get more involved in everything that's going on, just not sexual assault awareness, but everything as far as our black owned businesses, getting involved in our community cleanings, just getting involved, period. Call of action is just putting your feet to the pavement and getting involved
Yes.
and putting some action behind something.
Because at the end of the day, Ticey, and like Ticey and Tone and I were just talking offline on how the action that he's been doing with Tone Deaf Network is really in the community and how they know him just when you say the name podcast and they're like, oh, Tone Deaf?
Yes, tone deaf.
Of course. So that's action because he knows how to bring the call of action to this airwaves, making sure that listeners are aware of what's going on in the community and definitely around healthy relationships, right?
Yep.
Because one of the biggest things with this call of action is bringing for-profit and also nonprofit businesses to the forefront. Shout out to Crystal. Yes, Control C, always in the building. Grateful for all the work that y'all do. Again, calling of action. Control C is the station where you get all your copying and printing needs. All the things that you see in the community, from our tablecloths to Denim Days postcards to Team Teal 365 postcards to
Everything,
the
the
stickers, Heal the Hood
flyers.
postcards, New Life curriculum print. All these things have been done by Ticey Gassi and Crystal Ship. So shout out to Control C because we must give back to the action that we're doing in the community, making
Yes.
sure that people are aware of where to get things done. And you guys create action, right,
That's right.
Ticey?
That's right.
Because why should we go anywhere else when we can just come and support Control C?
That's right. That's right. And we are here to help our community basically just build their own small businesses or huge businesses, to make them more great and to promote themselves better. So that's what Control C is here for. And it's part of the call of action. We are
Yeah.
here to help. We are here to assist you all with anything that needs to be done as far as your business or your personal lives, anything. Control C is more than just a copy and print store. People really come into our store and they really leave feeling amazing.
Talk about that.
And that's the goal. And that's definitely also a part of call to action because sometimes they come in there and they're not feeling themselves, and we're able to pray with them, give them some words of encouragement and keep them pushing. And we feel like that's the call to action as well.
And it is. And definitely, Ship, you guys have sexual assault statistics on their door, letting individuals in the community know here at the Sherman Phoenix that it's a safe space to talk about Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And there's so many people that don't even know that April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month still. And we never take that offense. We never think that that's a dumb thing because now we can educate you that Sexual Assault Awareness Month is the entire month of April. And when you look at the stats, it's 1 in 2 women has been or will be sexually assaulted, and it's 1 in 3 men that will be or has been sexually assaulted. And those are only stats.
Those are only stats, and that's only what's been reported.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure the numbers are probably bigger now. So yes, Sexual Assault Awareness Month is huge, and we've been doing a lot with Team Till 365 with Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and we are grateful for Team Till 365 because y'all are actually putting in that work and call to action for real, for real. So call to action is the must, and we definitely need to get to it. Get to it.
And that's why we chose to name our podcast Call of Action, because there's so much action going on in the community and we want to educate y'all. You know, one of those things that's going on with action in the community is the beverage that Tycee's drinking right now.
Oh man, this right here, Vitality Smoothie, is also a part of the Call of Action because we are giving our people in our communities healthy beverages.
Yes.
All natural, including sea moss. Sea moss is one of the best minerals that we can have in our bodies, and we're just trying to get our community healthy with one smoothie at a time, one tea at a time, and that's what Nature's Nature and Vitality also putting in that action. And we just want our community to be healthy, which means we got to put these smoothies out here, all natural products for our people. Well, everybody, not just African Americans, but everybody. We want everybody healthy. And I'm trying to be here till I'm about 95.
That part.
So I got about 55 more years to be here, and this gonna help me make it. So call to action, pull up. Let's get these healthy smoothies and healthy teas into your bodies. Nature's Nature. Currently today we are at Dior's Gallery. So yeah, pull up
right now, today,
right now,
if you need it, because Kamaya and Tycee and supplements, they have them.
Yeah, everything you need. We got capsules, we got teas, we got smoothies. We have everything you need as far as being healthy and doing you a natural detox and getting natural things into your body. That's going to help you be great every day. So you can really put in that call to action for your community.
That part. So shout out to Tycee for doing her work like we had asked them to do last month, remember? So we hope that you have been bringing a call of action to your neighborhood, because all throughout this month, we've been really active doing a lot of work in the community, not just with direct services, but also with decorating jeans, because this coming Wednesday, drum roll,
this
please,
coming Wednesday
is Denim Day.
Denim Day.
Oh yeah, Denim Day Milwaukee, which is really, really amazing. Shout out to my sister Dawn, who is definitely Denim Day Milwaukee 365, and to Kate's Cookies, who's a part of all the things with Team Teal this month and also with Denim Day, one of their biggest volunteers. Shout out to Jay Riley, who also is creating one of one only Denim Day earrings right here in the Sherman Phoenix upstairs at the Click. So make sure that you tap into Jay Riley so you can get some of those one-in-one Jay Riley pieces, because we're all a part of the Click, right?
Yes, absolutely. These are amazing.
Oh, yes.
Let's not forget that.
Yes, the action of it all. So let's talk about all these three individuals with the action that they bring, right? So one, when it comes to Denim Day, Dawn is a part of our Paint the City Teal Day committee. Shout out to Paint the City Teal Day.
Paint the City Teal Day.
Let's talk about Paint the City Teal Day, shall we? Because we weren't here. We were here in March. Shout out to Tone that gave us an opportunity to promote Paint the City Teal Day, which was our 10th annual.
Yes, 10 years.
Such a humble and grateful.
Putting in that action.
Yeah, putting in that action when people wasn't even noticing it, but survivors were.
That's right.
They were walking up to us. They were tapping into us. They were realizing that we were present and we were bringing a voice to a very dark space, right? So let's talk about this 10th annual Paint the City Teal Day. We actually had our first walk, first of all.
Yes, it was
April
amazing. 1st. Yes.
Wasn't it?
Yes. It was amazing. I was there. So was Ajamu, and so was some kids from Dr. Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy. So was Taylor Gotzi. Yes. So was Marcel Jackson, was in the building.
Owner of Ambition Center Milwaukee, where we hosted Paint the City Teal Day this year, and that's where we actually left, and that's where we started with the walk. Yeah. So we were right on East Capitol, making a lot of noise with signs. And Ajamu and Marcel and my brother Fred Collier, from PSS. He was also out there wrapping
Yes.
trees as we walked. It was so powerful to have the young people, to have men out in the community, to have some of the community members honking their horns and
Yes.
watching and looking. Because at the end of the day, it's all about bringing awareness to the power of teal and letting survivors know that they matter, and also understanding that even if survivors or victims don't say that they are, to know that you are in solidarity with them and you support them, that alone gives them that we believe you energy. And that's the energy that we always like to bring to any space that we're in, because we know that those are three of the most powerful words just for humanity and especially for survivors. We believe you. So, drum roll, please. Tycee Gatsey, along with her amazing daughter, Taylor Gatsey, they were also two of our amazing awardees this year at Paint the City Teal Day, which was really, really, really amazing inside of the Ambition Center Milwaukee again, where Tycee was able to really tell her story on how she's thrived as a mother, you know, and how it's a process with her and with her and Taylor. And Taylor really spoke with the young people. And again, listeners, just know this call of action. Taylor will be one of our guests in the near future, so she can come and give you guys that energy that she gave every guest that was at Paint the City Teal Day, which was a standing room only event, which was we're really, really grateful for. So many people were able to walk away feeling better, feeling like they were able to release a lot. They were able to walk away feeling more empowered. Yeah, we gave them gifts. Tycee gave them a good word. Shout out to Kesha and her planning crew. They did all of the creative directing. We're so grateful for the space and their time that they gave. So Paint the City Teal Day was amazing. I want Tycee to talk about it, but it was one of our really big events. My whole family was there. Dope. Big Mama was there. Yeah, all the Colliers were there. It was really, really beautiful. And it was one of the big events that Rashida Butler Jackson and Marcel was a part of before they moved to North Carolina. Shout out to Fiery.
Yeah, shout out to them. We missed you on Taco Tuesday.
I know.
But yes, Team Teal 365 honored myself and my daughter Taylor for healthy mother-daughter relationships. And it was amazing. We basically just had the opportunity to show people and let people know that it is very possible to have a healthy mother-daughter relationship. Is it difficult? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. But you definitely have to put in the time into each other. And so basically that's all we were really there just to promote healthy mother-daughter relationship. I love my daughter. She loves me. And she's 17. And as we all know, sometimes it's very, very difficult to connect with the teenagers as far as just talking, just having a regular conversation. So we have been trying for the past couple of years just to be able to communicate with each other, set boundaries with each other, love on each other, be there for each other. And that's our main goal, is just to show these Black young girls and these Black mothers that we don't have to hate our daughters. We don't have to hate our daughters. We definitely need to be loving on our daughters and our sons. We're not leaving the boys out. But right now, we just focusing on the mother and daughter relationship, because we all know it's some toxic mother-daughter relationships out here. So I'm grateful that we were chosen. I'm grateful that we are able to just be ourselves and show people that it's able to be done. And like I said before, it's not easy and it hasn't always been healthy. I'm gonna just be real and I'm gonna be honest. But right now, today, standing where I am, I can honestly say my daughter and myself, we have a very, very successful and healthy relationship, and I'm grateful for it. And not only that, we can't stop praying for these kids. It don't matter how angry we get, we cannot stop praying for our kids. And that's definitely a call to action as well, for us parents to pray for our babies. Even if we feel like they are lost in these streets and there is nowhere else to turn, you got to pray. I did a lot of time praying for my kids. And they are both very successful right now. Like I said, Taylor 17 and Edward is 21. And I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful to be here. I'm grateful for Teen Till 365. I'm too grateful for Tone Deaf. This is something totally different for me, but I'm grateful for a call to action podcast because it gives me the opportunity to not only put in my work and keep myself accountable, but pull in other people in our community that is actually doing some action out here for real in real life, not just talking about it, but they being about it. So I'm grateful.
That part. Because at the end of the day, that's what we do it for.
Yeah.
Because we know that it's happening in the community each and every day. That's just like when we partnered this month with 414 Life Interrupters.
Yes.
They're doing really good work in the community. Shout out to Natalie and their whole
414,
crew, Jessica,
yes.
all those guys
Jessica,
over
Butler,
there,
everybody out
right,
there.
Reggie and their whole crew, Office of Violence and Prevention as well. But when it comes to the action that's happening, 414 Life Interrupters are really working with our young people. So they're also going to be one of our guests to come on to the show. And while we're bringing up Ajamu Butler, yes, him as well, because we all know next month is Heal the Hood Milwaukee. It's their 11th annual celebration. So look forward to that. And look forward to more of action coming to your community. Like we said, for the entire month of April, Sexual Assault Awareness Month, we really wanted to bring and promote action in the community. So there were 5 things that we wanted you guys to do. And again, like I said, all of our postcards were made by Control Plus C. Shout out to
Control C.
So when it comes to the action, along with Denim Day, but when it comes to the action that we asked you guys to call, first was to wear teal all month, right? You can pick any way to wear teal. You see how I wear teal, glasses, wristbands, yes, like Ticey, earrings, hoodies, whatever you choose to wear, and then put statistics on your social media. Talk about the stats around sexual violence and sexual assault, and the power of that, right? Because at the end of the day, that's where the action is, letting more of the community. Like right now, if you're watching this podcast, make sure you share this podcast on all of your networks, on your business pages and your personal page, so Tone Deaf can see how this action is really transferring into the community and really allowing them to see it. Even if they're not friends with us per se, they can get there and knowing that there's an organization out here that's really bringing action and how we want to bring action to them. And also wearing jeans throughout the month of April. Next week is Denim Day, but Ticey's rocking jeans, Tone is rocking jeans. I have on black jeans right now. So even the fact, whenever you're wearing jeans, understand the power of that.
Yes.
Especially during the month of Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Yes. Because that's showing solidarity, right?
Yes. So do you want to tell them a small piece of the story why we do the jeans?
Oh, definitely. Sure. Like we said, Denim Day is International Day, right? This is an international day recognized throughout the world about a particular case that happened in Italy in our late 90s, where an 18-year-old girl went in and she did a regular driving test like any other person. But in this case, the driving instructor raped her. He did. And when she went to prosecute this person, the judge told her to her face in court that your jeans are so tight, you had to have helped him rape you.
Wow.
And threw the entire case out. Again, this is an International Day of Solidarity, Denim Day, because this happened in Italy. So every year on April 26th, we all rock our most dopest, most fitting jeans.
Absolutely.
To bring solidarity to the 1 in 2 women and the 1 in 3 men that has been sexually assaulted or will be sexually assaulted before the age of 18, because they matter.
They definitely matter. Yeah.
And it's very intentional. It's very intentional why we're rocking the denim as well, because really at the end of the day, we're all threaded together. All of us survivors, all of us thrivers, we all want the same thing. We want to be believed, we want to be heard, and we want other people to be helped so that they can see that there's a better way on the other side.
That's right. And we want them to feel like they are not alone and they are not the only one. Even though it makes me sad to think that they're not the only one, but they need to know that they're not. And to give them that safe space for them to open up is the ultimate goal, because a lot of sexual assault survivors, like we said, never even reported let alone told somebody else. So there's a lot of women and men out here holding in those feelings, and they need to talk to somebody and let it out. So
Right.
that's what Team Till 365 is for. We just giving them the opportunity and the safe space to come and talk about it, put in some action work. I've noticed since I've been with Team Till 365, putting in action to help other women or young girls has helped me
Mhm.
and has been a part of my continuous healing, because I am a sexual assault survivor as well. And I'm a thriver now, though. But at the
That
end of
way.
the day, we are here
Mhm.
to show you that you have somewhere safe to be. And you don't have to, like be up in the front or anything like that until you're ready. But you will have somewhere safe to go. And that's what Team Till 365 is about.
Thank you,
Grateful,
Tracy.
grateful,
You're so brave. You're so brave. And we're
grateful.
so grateful that you're a part of the squad, right? And that's why we like to let people know you too can be a part of the team. And definitely, if you are a survivor or a victim of any type of sexual assault or sexual harassment, you're already a member. Even our allies are already members. Once you agree that these numbers and these statistics matter, it's a public health issue. And we need everybody to care about what's happening to our community, because that's the
Yes.
only way it's going to stop. That's the only way that people are going to stop hurting each other. That's the only way that people are going to feel safe enough to come out, especially when we talk about those 1 in 3 men. That number has really risen. And that means that more men are reporting. Because at
Yes.
the end of the day, we want men too to find ways to heal where it's not hurting them, where they don't feel minimized, right?
Right.
Because women definitely are standing up together. We're definitely bringing the conversation to men as well, because there's power in that. There's power in that.
It is. It
Hmm.
is. And we need to let the men know that it's okay to speak about it.
Hmm.
It's okay to express your feelings. No, you are not weak. No, you are not a punk. If you come out and say that you are a survivor.
Hmm.
I myself, when I say that word, it makes me feel like I'm breaking down walls. I'm letting loose of those chains that had me bound, type deal, when I was stuck in that survivor, or well, not survivor mode, but when I was stuck in that bounding, like I couldn't do nothing or feel no kind of way because I was stuck trying to figure out why me? Why did this happen to me? So I can just imagine what a man is feeling like. So once again, that's what Team Till 365 is for these men to also have a safe space, because they need it as well. And they are victims out here too. And it's sad to say some men don't want to talk about it. You
And they don't
know,
realize it until we're talking about it.
yeah. Yeah, they don't realize that when they were younger, and that teacher who was messing with them and fondling them, that was a situation.
Mhm.
It wasn't something that should have been happening, right? So as these men get older and they realize, like, wow, you know, it turns on that light bulb in them and something clicks. So that's what Team Till is for. We're just here to bring awareness
Mhm.
and let people know that it's happening and it's real. But you also have somewhere to come to be safe and have that safe space.
Yeah, definitely. Vulnerability is a healthy thing.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah,
healthy, but we've been taught for so
yeah,
long that that's a weakness.
yeah,
and
for sure.
but there's power in that, and we need to teach that and make spaces for that, especially for our men and even our women, because some of us are definitely extremely tough because we've had to endure so much. So it's just like unlearning a lot of things, and that's a part of
Yes.
action too.
Unlearning.
Yeah, unlearning while learning at the
Yes.
same time. That's a lot of what we see a lot. Not just our Tyce and I co-host together, and she's one of my really dope sisters, but we also facilitate together. So what we've been also noticing is with bringing action to our local schools during while we do direct services, is that sometimes we have to unlearn as well, right?
Yeah.
And understand the state that a lot of our young people is in, and bring a call of action to other facilitators so that they can be aware too how our young people think, in the violence cycle that they're trying to get out of, that a lot of
Mhm.
adults have created in their space.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
comes with a lot of accountability as adults, because young people will tell you sometimes the safest place that I feel is with my partner. It's not at home. It's not with my family. That's not my safe space. And nobody is going to tell me that's my safe space. And we have to stand there in a very non-judgmental space and allow their action to have words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we have to let them be in their safe space.
Mhm.
If their safe space is with their partner, then that's where their safe space is. Everybody's safe space isn't home. And that's one of the major huge problems with our teenagers now. They don't have a safe space. And we all think that it should be their homes, but it's not. It's just not. And so, like Sam said, we have to unlearn some things too, because the first thing that I was taught was, normally when you're a teenager and you with a boyfriend, girlfriend situation, that's not the place to be and things like that. You should be at home and stuff like that. But now, the way these kids are, their safe space isn't home. So we have to unlearn some things so we can receive what they're saying to us, to come back to them, like she said, judgmental,
Mhm.
but give them some good advice and say to them, okay, if that's your safe space, we're going to try to keep that your safe space and peaceful. Right? Right. But um, we just have to learn. Well, we are unlearning some things that we were taught as kids, and now we are adults, and these kids is teaching us some things. And like Sam was saying, we had to go in. Well, Sam and them had to go and critique some things in the workbooks that we're teaching them, because they taught us some things. They're teaching us.
every time.
They're
And we're like,
teaching
oh,
us.
so okay. Just goes back to the whole action of we must teach the community about healthy relationships, because this cycle of violence, we as adults, we have made unhealthy behaviors healthy.
Yeah.
And our young people are not going with that. They don't want unhealthy relationships. They don't want to have adult conversations when they're 14. They should know what to do with the rent. That's not
Right.
their business.
Right.
They should be going to school
Right.
and having a boundary with their parent. And we see a lot of that too. Again, that's why the call of action conversation needs to happen, because even parents need to understand that there's a boundary for your child. And a lot of times parents overstep that as a friend. And then young people, I know they tell us all the time, I don't want to know all that personal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want my mother to tell me when she's breaking up in a relationship. I don't want her having unhealthy relationships with her siblings or with her parent. You know what I'm saying? Because they watch that. Our young people, they watch the relationships that we have.
Yeah.
And then they learn either that's something I want to be around or it's something I'm not. One young person told me once, when my mother is drinking, I just stay out of her space.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to them, that's a very smart thing to do, because you're protecting yourself and you know you're not going to change anything. And you're a young person,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that just goes back to a lot of these kids don't have a safe space at home. So wherever they feel safe, we have to let them. And there's nothing we can really do about it, but just be there for them when they need somebody to talk to and somebody just to listen. So yeah, the safe spaces are very well much needed.
And the action is with parents too. We're definitely here to help out and be resourceful for the adults, because we can't just wrap around the young people, because they do go home. And if home is unhealthy, eventually it's going to counter what you're trying to do with them to make them see healthy. So definitely always here to talk with parents, and maybe we'll devote one of our shows just to that, where we have different organizations that work and wrap around the entire family, like the Parenting Network. Ernest and his crew they're over there doing amazing work, trying to prevent certain situations from happening within homes. Just like Tyce's rocking New Life's Youth Summit shirt. New Life is one of the biggest prevention organizations in the city of Milwaukee, and they're really doing a lot of good work around families. So the community, some people don't even know that these resources are available to them to help nurture the family so that they can thrive. That's where the action comes in at, and that's where we come in at to make sure that you know about the organizations that's doing work in the community that can help you, even when you don't know the kind of help that you may need, but you know you need something, right? You know you need to be activated in some kind of way, right?
Right. And New Life has been doing this call to action thing for a long time. How many years?
21.
21 years.
Yeah, Joanne's on that.
21 years.
Yeah.
So that's super dope. They've been feet to the ground for a long time. And I'm wearing the mental health shirt because y'all know we got a lot of issues going on in our own community with mental health issues and with people not being diagnosed or not even noticing or knowing that they may have an issue. And that's another thing with our youth and our adults that we got to put in some call to action so we'll know what's going on. We'll know if there is an issue, like let's say the police run up on somebody that has a mental health issue. How do the police know that? We have to figure out, you know what I'm saying, some way for them to know, because they tend to shoot down those ones that has issues and they don't know, you know. So once again, it's call to action to that as well. And that's what this podcast is for, just putting things on blast and seeing if we can get some movement going and some call to action going.
Definitely. Yeah. Like Tyson said, shout out to New Life, because Jody Rhodes and Joanne, they're really dope collabo, right? Jody New Life has supported all of our Paint the City Teal Days for like the last 6 years, something like that. They're very much in the community, always partnering, always collaborating for the prevention of our young people, right? The curriculum that Tyson and I teach, it is definitely a call to action when it comes around sex trafficking education prevention program.
Yes.
Because Milwaukee is recognized as the pimping capital of this here world. So what better city to create, which we did, a curriculum around prevention with sex trafficking.
Right.
Because we want our young people to understand that sex trafficking in so many ways can be preventable if we are able to plant different seeds opposed to what they see, opposed to what the community is showing them. A lot of times it is very much unhealthy. That's why we have to intercede with healthy and show more healthy, so the community can lean more towards that by example. You know, no one is perfect, but we can all do better.
Yeah.
We can all be a better version of us. And getting active is the way to go. You might hear someone on our podcast where you might want to volunteer in the community. You might want to know about different food pantries. You might want to know about different Black-owned nonprofit businesses that you can partner with that sponsors the community events, right? Or you might tap in when we're going to have the conversation around healthy parenting and nurturing and what that looks like, and give out some steps and some different tools on how you can bring action to your own community and to your own life, because that's what matters. Not just us being present. That's a part of it because we're God's vessels, but it also means that you'll be able to walk away with some things that you can take, you know, and do in your own community to bring action to the many things that's happening throughout not just the city of Milwaukee, but throughout our country.
Yeah. With New Life, I wanted to say, and with the sexual assault awareness and with the sex trafficking, you would feel some kind of way if you knew how many children out here really didn't know that they have to be aware of their surroundings. They have to watch people. They have to, not wear both headbuds in their ears because they can't hear what's going on around them and things like that. So I feel like the call to action can also be us just telling these kids things like that. You don't necessarily have to get so involved because some people don't want to, and that's okay. But we can do it as far as just telling these young adults how to be more aware of what's going on around them. A lot of them didn't even know nothing about sex trafficking. They looked at us like we was talking foreign language.
Yeah, they did.
Like, that's happening here? Like, yes, right down the street from your house, probably.
Or that student that don't come back to school.
Or don't come back to school. Yeah. So, yeah, a call to action can be made in so many ways. A call to action can be made with you just keeping your neighborhood clean. keeping your block clean, going over there to those fields where you see all the snow and stuff is gone and there's plenty trash.
Mhm.
That's a call to action as well. That's you keeping your community clean around you. How about this? Not throwing the McDonald bags and stuff outside the windows when you're driving.
I second that. I second that.
Not littering. You know, it's so
second
many
that.
ways to put in call to action, right?
Definitely.
It's so many ways. It's so many ways. So we just want everybody to try their best to just get involved and to do something that's going to help somebody else.
Yeah.
Normally when we do things for other people, we are supposed to feel better about ourselves. So that's the ultimate goal, to be able to help someone or something around our community and build up ourselves as well. I know a lot of people say, well, you know, you don't put a lot of clout on yourself and things like that, but in this season I've been learning that it's okay to pat myself on the back. It's okay, right?
Yes.
It's cool. So that's one thing that I will say here, that everybody just try to put in some kind of time to help something and somebody around you. That's definitely a call to action.
That's good.
Mhm.
Mental health, right? Like
Yeah.
self-care. Putting yourself first is self-care.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, and we've been taught, again, with that unlearning.
Yeah.
We've been taught when we think about ourselves, that's selfish. No, it's not. It's self-care. If I don't think about me and you're always the one that I'm thinking about, how is this gonna work? It's not really
Yeah.
working for me. So I'm so grateful for your transparency and understanding of that. Like, yes, I am amazing. I am dope. Like, yeah, I do these things. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to not see that in myself. And
Yeah.
that's a part of the reflection, right?
Yep.
That's a part of knowing who you become and how you're thriving and how that's action, because people around you, they see that. They can feel that energy.
Yes.
When you shift, when you change, when you start moving different and doing different things and encouraging yourself and giving yourself self-care, that's infectious.
It is.
And that's what we want to happen. We want you to be that light when you walk into that room where people are empowered and encouraged to look into themselves just by looking at you.
Yes.
You know, and look at how you moving and look at how you grooving. Like, okay, well, there's something I need to be doing too. Let me tap into what I need to be doing for me so that I can get what I need for me, because she just encouraged me. I know Tycee, that, you know, I knew Tycee when we went to school, or maybe I knew Tycee before Control C, or maybe I knew Tycee before this thriving. But you show that, and that's what the listeners need to hear too. And those that can see us, you get to see this too, because it's a process.
Yes.
You know, being action,
Mhm.
right? Being that action, because that's just like being love. You know, walking in love and spreading love. That's an action word,
It's
right?
definitely an
That
action
means
word.
that you're putting some motion to that. You're moving in that. So that's what we're doing. So we look forward to more action, and we look forward to you guys staying tuned with us every other Saturday. We're going to be bringing this conversation around the call of action, but we want to just make sure that everybody understands what's happening on this coming Wednesday, which is April 26th. That is the International Day for Denim Day. Please make sure to wear your denim. If you haven't worn denim all month, make sure on April 26th, Wednesday, you rock your denim and you tell them why you're wearing denim. Just like we went over, and we'll make sure to drop more of the literature and the postcards on the Team Teal page, and Tycee will drop it on her personal page on social media. So if you guys aren't following us, make sure that you're following us on our pages so that you can see all the action that's happening throughout the rest of this month. Don't forget to wear your jeans on Wednesday. This is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So we're going to be here every other week, right, Tycee?
Yep. So we'll be back May 2nd.
Yes.
And we're going to try to get Ajamu Butler. Woo! We're going to try to get him here so we can promote Heal the Hood, which has been amazing for, what'd you say, 11 years.
Yep.
11 years that Ajamu Butler and his team with Heal the Hood has been, once again, putting them feet to the pavement and getting some action going with a lot of people in our community.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll be back May 2nd, and we just want to say thanks for everybody that tuned in. We appreciate you, and let's not forget to hug and love on our babies.